SBEC old syllabus was a complete bonkers. Like students were completely surprised and taken aback. Usually SBEC old syllabus question paper is the easiest in module 1. So students went with the same expectation, but this time it has definitely been a bouncer and some questions were completely unexpected. Many questions were tricky. Let us have a quick analysis. I have been doing the analysis of all the December 2023 papers and something very interesting happened. In company law, old syllabus students found it relatively easy and new syllabus student company law was complete bouncer for them, complete bouncer for new syllabus. But SBEC is the other way around. SBEC, what has happened? The new syllabus was super easy, dead easy. I made another video, please go watch that video, you'll get an idea. But the new syllabus, after seeing the question paper, it's definitely been a bouncer. That's what I can clearly tell. So before I even go into the question paper, as a student, don't tell new syllabus is easy, old syllabus is difficult, or old syllabus is easy, new syllabus is difficult. You can't. So end of the day, some papers may be challenging in old syllabus, some papers may be easy, and the same will happen in the new syllabus also. And SBC is a classic example. So don't think of choosing syllabus based on easy or difficult. All overall it will be the same. So don't get worried about that, and let us quickly go into the analysis. So first question is my name, Alok. Okay, anyway, so Alok Nidhi is a Nidhi company which desires to appoint Mr. M as director. Okay, so M was convicted of an offense. They've given this about that moral turpitude and that 5 years should be elapsed. So if you see here 6 months, so 4 years ago, but 5 years should be elapsed. So that they're trying to test you. So they've given the scenario and then they're telling, referring to provisions of the appointment of directors, please advise the company. So when you look at this, they have added lot of company law kind of questions over here. But if you look at it from ICSI angle, SBEC has lot of company law provisions. SBEC has lot of company law syllabus. In new syllabus, what they have done is, some of the company law chapters which was there in SBEC old has been moved to company law and practice in the new syllabus. So that is what. So overall, they want to have a different perspective to SBILL in new syllabus, but in old, so some students have got it like a bouncer because of that reason. So again, you have the case law questions. So they are asking, there was a company incorporated, directors want your advice for context of publication of name and address of the company, referring to provisions of section 12 advice. So this is a straightforward question. This is something which you can definitely write. Definitely you can do well in this kind of question. So I cannot say that every question was difficult, every question was tricky, but there has been more tricky questions than expected. And why students are little worried and also disappointed is because all the previous year SBEC papers old syllabus was the easiest compared to JIGL, compared to tax, compared to company law. So this time, because SBEC itself came like this, students are going crazy about it. Okay, so again you have different, so articles of association, they have asked the question, and about non-convertible debentures, all case law questions. So why students are worried? If you see a lot of the principles of company law are asked here, but if you look at it technically, you can't complain because they say it is part of syllabus, and ICSI will definitely not agree if you tell that no, you cannot ask this. They say we can ask anything within the syllabus and you can't stop us. Anyway, don't worry. Then again, about implied powers, they have asked over here. Then there is another question about the EGM. So again, lot of company law, if you see here, lot of company law questions have been asked. Next, luckily in this question, okay, kind of direct questions. Purpose of societies can be formed under section 20 of Societies Registration Act. What do you mean by systematically investment core investment company? This is a direct question and luckily they have asked this. Then they have asked about all the concepts relating to change in management. Every Nidhi company shall have, okay, Nidhi company ensure certain compliance requirements within 1 year of incorporation. Enumerate compliance requirements to be within 1 year of incorporation. So I'm not saying good or bad, but practically I don't like this question because This is not there in the real world. There are hardly any Nidhi companies. Nidhi companies really don't exist except a few. It would be better if they ask questions based on what company secretary students are going to work. What is the work you're going to do? I wish they ask more questions and not about Nidhi company, which is really not there in the real world. But anyway, we can't complain. We have to go by what has been asked. Yeah, startup status. This is a good, easy question. Management approach practicing company secretary for assignment. Prepare a board note guiding management as to when entity can be considered a startup. Very good question, very practical question. This is something which we deal every day as a practicing CS. Even a new company wants a startup registration. That is the kind of things which are happening now. Next, SPV. So Rice Group wants to establish SPV. It has 4 companies and 2 LLPs in the group. Okay. Management is in dilemma whether to use company or LLP as a SPV. This is again a very nice question, and this is what we face day to day when we are working. These are the kind of things which we face. So it is correct to test students on these kind of questions. And this is also in your syllabus. As an experienced professional in business collaboration, advise management as to which form of organization would be best to register. Very good question. Even in our coaching, we train students on these kind of questions. So we are happy when we see such questions. Great. Then in part B, next is part B. Part A, yes, quite a few company law questions have been asked and some direct. So that is why students were a little taken aback. But part B, I should say we cannot complain. Part B is actually a nice part because many things are directly from the book they have asked. So which is good news for all the students. So about Industrial Disputes Act they have asked, about Small Finance Bank, then concept of copyright, which is again there, very nice question. NBFC license, all direct questions, no problem. Okay, again, so this one question which is little kind of out of syllabus, student may say casual taxable person under Central Goods and Service Tax Act, so under GST. So it is there, but students would not have concentrated on that. So that way you may have got it as a little surprise. But see, every question can't be easy. There will be a mix. So please don't complain too much. All right. So one more tax question is there, and then we have question relating to minimum wages, which is there in the labor law part. Or alternate question, what documents are required for registration of design? Direct question. If you have studied, you can write it easily. 3 welfare measures to be taken for welfare of the workmen under the Factories Act. So under Factories Act, what are the welfare measures you have to take, which is again simple. What are the services in Spice Plus? Again, very easy question, very simple question, very direct question. So since this is an optional question, if you see here, alternate to 4, you have 4A. Students have written, at least many of my students who which I spoke to, they said, sir, we wrote this because this is direct and we had studied this and we have written that. Okay. Describe contents of environmental statement to be submitted to the State Pollution Control Board. Again, I know it's a memory question, but it is from the book, it is direct. So you can't complain too much. So in part C, I felt most of the questions were fine, but the problem students are telling is about the last question. The last question, which is a 5 marks question, is here. Garment factory in West Bengal was having dispute with management for which conciliation proceeding, sorry, not this. Conciliation proceedings, labor court. Yeah, labor court, correct. But management wants lockout of factory as per dispute was complicated one. Can management declare lockout? Advise management regarding prohibitions of strikes and lockout. So if you look at it strictly, this is actually in part B. They have asked in part C. And also this kind of angle is not there. That kind of angle is not there in the ICSI material. But I mean, if you ask ICSI, they'll tell, see, labor law is in your syllabus, you should study everything is what they'll tell. But if you look at the other questions, I felt it's okay. You have IBC question, then you have STK, that is strike off related question. So you really can't complain. What do you mean by liquidator? Liquidation estate under insolvency bankruptcy code. So if you say it is difficult, come on, these are the definitions which are given in the book. So you have to study that. So overall, I will not call it as a difficult paper, definitely not easy. SBI LL new syllabus was super easy, but this is tricky paper. Our verdict is a tricky paper. You have to be prepared well to study well. So if you are old syllabus, don't lose heart. Go write the next exam and you will be able to do well. Thank you. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.